Hello, this is Ben. Welcome to Bean Life, another episode talking about the LIV trailer. So on our trailer, we opted for what they're calling now the off-road package. At the time we ordered, I simply asked, can you do a spring over lift on it to get the height of it a little higher? We travel on a lot of forest roads and find ourselves in places where I felt like we would need the extra height. And so I know, having owned several trailers, that is one way in which you can, get a lift on the trailer. And they were very quick to accommodate, and were able to add that spring over lift, which also came with a larger set of tires and wheels, which I appreciated. And so we're very happy that we chose to get that package. And so for those of you considering purchase, or especially if you're going to order, I wanted to provide you with a little bit of information on what it looks like as far as the height and what they do to make the lift. Now, I don't have the height and dimensions of a stock one, but if you're considering that, I'm sure you can talk to the dealer, or if you're looking at one, you can see the difference. So let me go and start taking some measurements and show you exactly what that looks like. All right, so let's start with underneath and looking at what they actually do to lift the trailer. So if you go down here and you look underneath, you'll see that the springs themselves are on top of the axle, and the U-bolts holding it on are inverted. So if this were normal, this spring pack would actually be underneath down here, and these U-bolts would be coming down and holding it on that way. So what that does is it gives you approximately where your spring would be down here. Your springs are now up here, and it lifts the trailer that much. So that is what it looks like underneath. And of course, then that gives you opportunity for a larger set of radial tires. And those radial tires come with it are, let's see, they are a 235/75 R15, 60 psi max load, and they're a nice looking tire. Not quite an off-road tire, but they do have, I would say, more of an all-terrain tread than a street tread. So again, a good looking tire. And so that's what that looks like. Now let's take a look at the height of the trailer with the lift. So right here at the wheel, and it's pretty level, you've got right at 17 inches of clearance right at the tire. And that should stay pretty true right up to here, and it does, right at 17 inches. Now the trailers have a little bit of a taper up to the front, and so what you'll see is that at the front, the body itself is at 23 inches, but the clearance still remains here at the front of the frame, maybe more like 18 inches. But then you also have your stabilizer jacks, and those, I would say, you're going to hit somewhere around 14 inches. It's probably what I would say clearance you have on the front with your stabilizer jacks. At the back, similarly, again, you have a taper up. Now I am going not on the concrete, so probably about 2 inches of concrete difference there, so we'll add that into the consideration. But at the back here, you're about 25 inches, so we'll say 23 inches of clearance to the body. To the bumper, probably somewhere, again, at 22.5, so probably like 20.5 inches if you were on the concrete of clearance. And then on your stabilizer jack, you're probably like 18 inches minus 2 inches, so you're talking 16 inches of clearance. So hopefully that gives you some perspective on the lift and what kind of clearances you'll have on the trailer overall if you add the off-road package. To me, that's been very sufficient. It tows reasonably level, or very level actually, with my Tundra, but I do have my ball inverted. Here you can see the 2-inch ball up a little bit, even on my Tundra, which also has a 3-inch lift on the front and a 1-inch block on the back. So, you know, just to give you some perspective of, by lifting it, it will also lift your tongue height, and so you'll have to adjust for that depending on your tow vehicle and how you're going to set that up. But I hope this information was helpful in your consideration of the purchase of a LIV vehicle and your determination whether or not to get the off-road package. Again, if you like this content, please like, subscribe, and comment below of anything else you would like to see concerning this trailer or anything else. Look forward to seeing you next time.